Past few weeks, ESA have been building up this Tim Peake British astronaut going up to the International Space Station. They've been throwing a lot of nationalism in there. Old Tim Peake, the British astronaut, la la la. Now, ESA, they take billions of euros in tax every year. And as we exposed on the Rebel Outpost episode 3 recently, ESA's a fraud. They are gatekeepers of the Ball Earth model. Well, today, just a few hours ago, they did a live launching of a rocket, of a spaceship, they said, that was going to take Tim Peake to dock in space with the ISS, the International Space Station, that's moving at 17,000 miles an hour or so.
So the final gantry is moving away, and now 30 seconds to launch.
Now, this technology is nothing special. This is what you see here is just like the V2 rocket from the 1940s in the Second World War.
Sequence initiated. Ignition. A second tower separation.
Basically just a giant firework. Make a mental note there that you saw this sort of crystal pendulum moving around quite vigorously.
The launch of Soyuz carrying ESA astronaut Tim Peake on his Principia mission to the International Space Station. On board the Soyuz spacecraft, Tim Peake in the left-hand seat, Yuri Malenchenko, Soyuz
Dishing out a few chemtrails while they're at it. You can see here that their trajectory's changed. They're not going up. They've sort of curved, haven't they?
And the next major event, the second stage separation. So you see the spacecraft disappearing into the skies over Baikonur, and I'm not sure whether we can go to the capsule pictures. Oh, there we go, the launch pad.
Control parameters nominal.
Only a few minutes ago, that had the Soyuz. The Soyuz now heading into orbit. We can't see it anymore, so we're watching, obviously this is an animation, of what is happening on the Soyuz. All systems are nominal at the moment.
What is this about? An animation? What about the 20,000 satellites and the International Space Station and the Hubble and all these things they've got on Earth? How can they not see it anymore? It's obvious, isn't it? They're just putting cartoons up there because people are really stupid, and their firework they can just go and crash into the sea somewhere.
The second stage, Leo, is firing at the moment.
Right, second stage, and the third stage will ignite before the second stage is jettisoned. And
here we see live pictures from inside the capsule. UK ESA astronaut Tim Peake there in the right-hand seat, of the Soyuz spacecraft, and a view out of the window.
Yeah, you can see the Earth, and you can see also the orientation of the rocket, still vertical, but going slowly horizontal.
Still vertical, but going a bit horizontal. What is this? What is this Dracula guy on about?
All systems are nominal on that. Third stage will take the Soyuz to orbit.
That would be the last one.
Back now live inside the
What's this guy in the left seat doing? It's like he's doing a crossword. Now, taking off on a plane, it's pretty hard to do a crossword, isn't it? It's a little bit of G-force. But these guys are going a lot faster than when you take off in a plane. Like, what's this guy doing? Word search? Sudoku? I mean, if this was real, he'd have computers to look at. You know, his life's in danger. He's going into space. He's sitting there doing Sudoku, crossword.
In the left-hand seat.
And I'm sure we can tell that Tim Peake is an astronaut now because we are above the 100 kilometers.
Where's the proof they're over 100 kilometres? There's no proof at all. This is just image and lies. And humanity is so droned out, it just eats it up.
So that's over 50 miles. So that's the.
So Britain
when you become an astronaut.
Britain
right?
has another astronaut.
Britain has another astronaut. What is this? Is this some sort of sport? Is it the Olympics?
All parameters nominal.
Nominal. Everything's always nominal, isn't it?
Copy.
Like copy and paste from NASA.
The communication translated between the spacecraft and mission control. That
Worked in a lot of big control rooms all around the world, really, all throughout my 20s. And I could assure you, if this was real, you'd have more than what? There's about 8 people there. Now, even in like a fruit juice control room for a fruit juice plant, you can have about 10 to 15 people, you know, all the time. And this is a spaceship, and there's like 7, 8 people. This is nonsense. This is just actors, masons, people in on it. Look at this place. There's only like 4 people. There's no one there. I mean, the guy bottom left, he's just on the phone to his missus, seeing what's for dinner. There's another guy here probably just downloading stuff on Facebook. There's no one there. This is supposed to be a spaceship.
So all systems looking good. We're on the 3rd stage, which will take us up to orbit. The whole flight from ground to orbit, only 8 minutes 49 seconds.
It's very quick to go to the skies. And what you see on the
Even laughing, man.
foreground here is an indicator of the gravity level, and you can see that starting to float when we get to orbit, which is arriving now in about.
It needs 300 or so tons of fuel to make it that far.
It's 20 seconds left now, and a lot of fuel has been used.
110 seconds. Pitch, yaw, and roll nominal.
That means it's on track. The trajectory is correct.
Here we go.
There we go.
We are in orbit.
So because a little pendulum started waving around, billions of people believe that these 2 guys are in a spaceship, in orbit. It didn't explain how they got into orbit. That's another thing whatsoever. Another thing altogether. Because that pen moved around, people believe they're in 0G in space. It's unbelievable.
It's very quiet on board.
Very quiet on board. The Soyuz has successfully reached orbit now. It's due to take just 6 hours to change orbit and catch up with the International Space Station. Now, many things have to happen in that time, so there may be delays on the way, but so far, everything's gone absolutely perfectly, hasn't it?
And very nice.
Very nice.
Beautiful. So it was fantastic to see that that movement when you suddenly get into orbit. Suddenly we've got microgravity environment.
It's like hitting a wall, actually, because it stops very, very quickly. Which is, in principle, automatic, but the crew can intervene if needed to help the deployment.
So this is the animation again of what should happen, and the solar arrays will deploy, gives Soyuz power in orbit, and also the almost like ears.
Don't know about your ears growing. It's more like your nose is growing due to all your lies.
That come out of the front, the in orbit section of the.
Well, here we go. Here comes the fuzzy screen, the losing contact. All about these 20,000 satellites. God, surely they can contact these people through the 20,000 satellites. You know, you can contact Pluto, but you can't contact these guys who are just like 100 kilometers up. This is complete nonsense. Let's put some really old school computer screen up with loads of numbers just changing numbers to make it look so complex. I don't know what to say. It's starting to fade, it's getting fuzzy.
Check the full deployment of everything within the Soyuz.
And make sure that the vehicle is tight, although that there is no atmosphere leak.
Yeah, make sure there's no atmosphere leak, yes. So when they go to space, you've got to have a quick check. Hello, atmosphere leak? No, I think we're alright. I think we're right. Put some sellotape there. What do you mean, check atmosphere leak?
For a long time now.
If you believe this, you've, seriously, no joking anymore. If you believe this, you've had your mind controlled and you've lost a virtue, a beautiful virtue. You've lost the virtue of discernment. And I really feel for you.